Welcome in. I am the crypto bull god, and in today's video, what we're going to discuss is the flippening. Which altcoin, in my opinion, and I'll provide sound rationale as always, which altcoin is set to flip Bitcoin in 2024? Let's discuss. If you appreciate the content, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, drop me a comment. You got to click that bell icon for all notifications to know when I go live for All in the Charts, my daily TA crypto live stream where I take your TA questions. Plus, you have to know when videos like this go live. You can find me on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and TradingView. One word right here. Crypto bull god. Just a quick disclosure that none of what I'm sharing is financial advice. I'm simply looking to educate and to help others through sound, logical, non-hype, technical analysis. Raw big boys and big girls so we can make our own personal financial decisions. With that being said, let's get into it. All right, it should come to no surprise that the altcoin that we're talking about here is Ethereum. There will be 4 charts that we're going to take a look at for Ethereum here. There's going to be 3 USD charts, and there's also going to be the Bitcoin pairing, which is really important, and we're going to take a look at that towards the end. So this is Ethereum on the weekly. It's on the Coinbase exchange here. You can see Ethereum right now is building the basic structure we need to see for bullish confirmation of a trend reversal, which are higher lows. Look at this nice upsloping line of support. And then we also sort of have, this technically was a higher high here, but technically I would actually more so view this as a double top here, right around this $2,100 area. $2,200, between $2,200 to $2,800 is really going to be that major zone of resistance that we're going to want to see Ethereum get above. Once we get above really $2,800, the only area of price confluence we have is up here, right? We've negated all of the price structure down here, and now we just have a smaller sample size of price action above 2,800. What else are we seeing on Ethereum, and why do I believe that it's expressing so much strength within the price? And I just want to focus on price here and not even look at the price indicators. We're holding well above the 200 simple moving average. Right now, Bitcoin is struggling with closing above this 200 simple moving average for this week at time of recording on Saturday, the 19th of August. So Ethereum at the moment is really expressing a higher degree of strength here because it's maintaining itself above the 200 SMA. You can also see the 50 has sort of gotten in line with the 200 SMA, and it's looking to curl back up. The other thing that's going to tell me that we're really going to see an explosive move in Ethereum, this slightly uptrending line here with these 2 touches here, once we start to break above this area, which really coincides with 2,200, I mean, I think 2,200 to me is a major area of price confluence, that when we start to see volume come in and we pick up in price action and see a candle body close above 2,200, that's really, in my opinion, when it's time to get super excited about the price of Ethereum. We're going to switch to a 2-week chart now, same exchange, Coinbase. What I'm looking at here is an ascending triangle, okay? We have a flat top here, and you can see that price action is just following these higher lows, and then we see the flat top, right? This is the flat top here. The target, all we do is we measure from the bottom of the base here all the way to the top, extend it here. It doesn't change the target depending upon when the breakout point is because we have a flat roof here, a flat top. So we could break out in September, October, November. It doesn't really matter. The target is up here towards 4,300. Now, it's important to keep in mind this is a technical target. It doesn't need to pan out, but a technical target, the way to interpret that is that's the initial target that we're looking for price to hit based on this formation. That is not telling us where Ethereum will top out. That is just telling us this is the target based on this price pattern. Ethereum doesn't need to hit that target. Ethereum could top at that target and roll over and never see a higher high. Or in my opinion, what's going to happen is this is the initial target that will be reached. Maybe we'll see a slight rejection around this area, and there's also price confluence up around 4,300, and then we'll continue pushing higher, going well above $5,000 into next year, in my opinion. If we see that sort of price action, with the way prices are setting up right now, I would anticipate seeing that by early next year. Now, this is an interesting view here. This is a 1-week chart on Ethereum using the Gaussian channel. Now, we've on this channel routinely looked at the Gaussian channel on my TA live stream all in the charts. Click the bell icon for notifications to know when I go live for that. But I decided to take a look at Ethereum on the weekly with the Gaussian channel. The basic premise here is you don't want red, you do want green. When we do have green, you want to stay with a candle body close above green. You can see every time we were green, we had as long as we had candle bodies closes above the green area here, it was good. Once we had a candle body close in the green Gaussian channel, we ultimately saw harsh correction. Once we got above it, we never touched the Gaussian channel. Once we got a close in the green, we saw a harsh correction. That brings us to the current point in time. We have not gotten green on this chart. I really want to see price action stay above the midpoint, the median line of the Gaussian channel, which it looks like is around 1690. That's $1,700 to $1,800, a major area of price confluence on Ethereum that it's been battling. So really stay above this $1,700 area. And then once we start pushing above the Gaussian channel, which ultimately you can see where price action is at the top of the Gaussian channel, it's just over $2,000. When we start pushing towards this $2,200 area, that's what I would anticipate this Gaussian channel to start to turn green. And you can see based on history, every time we've turned green on this Gaussian, we've seen a significant rise in price. So I would keep an eye on that. Now, this is the bread and butter for this video. If you stayed here to this point, bravo for you. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you appreciate the content. And by the way, before we discuss this chart here, make sure you drop me a comment. Share with me what you appreciate about this format of a TA video. And also drop me a comment if you have any suggestions or what you don't like about this format. I'd appreciate it. Now, this to me looks like a massive, 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 massive consolidation that is taking place on Ethereum BTC. This is the Ethereum BTC on the monthly. Could we have some sort of a wick into this green area? Okay, could we see that? Absolutely. We could see that going into the end of this year as Bitcoin starts to make its strong impulsive movement up. But right now, this looks like one massive triangular accumulation on the Ethereum BTC relativity chart. We are holding our ground very well in this area. I've seen a lot of TA analysts come out, some of whom I really respect, and they've constantly been calling for this drop to lower levels. We haven't seen it yet. Okay, not saying we won't see it, but we haven't seen it. Ethereum has been holding up very, very, very well. And so when I'm looking at this chart and I'm assessing when Ethereum made its all-time high, you can see the all-time high in its relativity value was way back here during that huge parabolic run going into the 20,000 Bitcoin blow off top and around 1,400 on Ethereum. You can see during our massive alt season in June 2017, we topped out at a relativity value of 0.15297. Since then, the Ethereum dominance has held up very well, okay? From all-time highs, we are a mere 136% away, 137% away. Now, you might say that sounds like a lot, but in crypto, that really is not a lot. I'm anticipating a very large alt season to come into this market once Bitcoin breaks its all-time high, which I'm starting to lean towards breaking its all-time high. I'm leaning towards the very end of this year, going into the early part of next year, okay? So as Bitcoin breaks its all-time high and we're getting a lot of money start to flood into these alts, we already have a relativity value that is holding up very well relative to where it has been. And also, if you consider the theory that when we topped in this area in the market from an Elliott wave structure perspective, we topped out at a fifth wave, and we've begun, during this entire movement here, we've begun an entire new Elliott wave structure, okay, our 5 waves that I've been talking about. I'm anticipating that as we get that fifth final blow off top similar to here, because we've maintained such a strong relativity value here, we're ultimately going to see something that's going to break this structure. When we break this structure, all eyes are going to be on this. We have one major area of resistance here, and then it's up towards the new all-time highs, okay? Now, the question you have to ask yourself is, how high does the relativity value need to get for Ethereum to ultimately flip Bitcoin's market cap, and I've laid that out here, okay? And you can check this for yourself and do some math. It would roughly be at the 0.162 relativity value. That represents roughly a 6. See how 5.9%, roughly a 6% increase over the prior all-time high that we hit in June 17. So all Ethereum has to do is go 6% above its prior all-time relativity value to flip Bitcoin's market cap. So what I am hypothesizing will happen is if we break out of this structure, we get a little rejection, and we come back up. Don't pay attention to the time frame. This is on a monthly, by the way. As we start to break that structure, okay, we'll see some resistance in here and backtest. I think all we need is a wick. We just need a wick to come up into this area. That's all we need. And I'm hypothesizing that Ethereum will flip Bitcoin's market cap for the better part of a day, maybe by 2 days. It's not going to be for an extended, long period of time, but I do think we're going to see that where you're going to go to CoinGecko, you're going to go to CoinMarketCap, and at least for part of a day, if not a full day, okay, day or two there, you're going to see Ethereum as the #1 coin. Guys, there are so many projects that are built on top of Ethereum that are using Ethereum as its platform, okay? So many ERC20 tokens. Just from even a fundamental perspective, it makes a lot of sense, even putting the technicals aside, that at some point, we're going to see Ethereum's market cap flip Bitcoin's market cap, right? And from a technical perspective, I'm looking at this. This looks very, very juicy to me. Very, very juicy. And I see a strong possibility that once we break this downward resistance here, a lot of eyes are going to be on this. And we see a price confluence here. Once that is broken, then we're either going to double top or we're just going to go a little bit above it. I don't see us going drastically higher, but I could see us wicking moderately above there, whether it's 6% or 10% or 12%. I see it going above there. So if you appreciated the content, make sure that you hit the thumbs up button, you drop me a comment, show a little love. Show a little love. Click the bell icon for all notifications and join me on my live stream, all in the charts, and I'll help answer any TA questions you have. Until next time, everybody, take care. Let's all spread awareness and let's carry the education forward.
So what you gonna do, fiat dollar, or crypto bull guy and his crypto maniacs and the entire cryptocurrency market run wild on